Hello, Yesterday's News viewers. I have got a treat for you today. I've got a couple of the guys from Mecalimb. I've got Tom and Ole. How are you guys doing today?
Awesome, thank you.
Very good, thank you.
I should say evening because it's early still here in Seattle, but it's definitely evening over there in Norway.
Yeah,
It's 8.
No,
Oh, no.
7:30. Yeah.
Is it 8 o'clock?
Evening.
Yeah.
And how's the beautiful weather in Norway right now? Lots of snow?
No.
A lot of shit. A lot of rain.
Rain.
Rain and ice on the roads.
Yeah.
Ooh,
No.
ice truckers.
Yeah. We just finished a huge storm over Norway, so
Temperature outside is around 0, so it's very
slippery.
slippery.
So are you guys in northern Norway or in the lower area of Norway?
Lower. So low you can get. We're almost, I think, about 25 minutes from the Swedish border.
Not a bad place to be. Beautiful area.
1 hour south of Oslo
Perfect.
by car.
Perfect. So you guys put out an EP last year, Collectors of Souls.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's you guys are on the Wormholedeath Records label.
Yeah.
What's going on new with music? It's been a little bit. Are you guys working on new music? Do you have something planned for 2021?
Well, we are, because of the COVID situation, of course, delayed with everything. So I guess we have basically, I think it's 12 or 13 tracks halfway ready.
So hopefully in the end of 2021 we will have a new album out.
Yeah.
Now, are you guys
We
planning
hope so.
on are doing a new EP or are you guys going full length album this time?
It's a full length, yeah.
Cool. No more EPs.
Because I remember saying when I was listening to Collectors of Souls, I was like, come on, it's so good. Why'd you stop with just 4 songs?
Thank you.
It's so good. So for those of you guys that don't know Mecalimb, you guys are thrash metal and you guys are just crazy insane. And it's just that classic. When people hear the sound, it doesn't sound like you guys have gone prog or tried to do a different direction. It's just classic thrashing metal right in your face. It's really great sound. Why did you guys decide to do thrash metal? Was that just something you grew up with and that's what you wanted to do? How did it all come together?
Yeah, it's when Mecalimb started it was we just want to play straightforward death metal, thrash metal, no bullshit, and we just can continue that because that's what we like. All different sounds, but I think thrash metal is something that we all can agree we love.
Yeah.
And with a dash of death metal in it, it's very good. I like it.
Yeah.
Yes, I like it too. Very, very good
A
music.
wall of guitars and drums and just thrash it out. Yeah.
Very guitar based.
Yeah.
Now, who in the band does your writing?
Tom and me.
Yeah.
And Robert is doing the lyrics.
Yeah.
So we always have the music first, then he gets the music and he writes the lyrics.
Awesome.
And
When you guys are writing, where do you start in your writing? What part do you start with?
it's always a guitar riff.
Yeah, always.
Always.
You sit at home and this sounds good, and you put on some drums on the computer and you just play along and you build the song from that one riff.
Yeah.
Now you guys have been making music for a while, and if you look on Spotify, the farthest back you guys have is 2009.
Yes.
Do you guys have anything earlier than that out there that may be pummeling around that you might want to throw out, or?
Oh no, we have some demo tapes from earlier, but it just it's the same songs. We don't have any different songs. I think all the demo types is played in on the Mechanical Recipe album, the first album. So we don't have any songs that's never been released.
Cool. So you guys have been doing this for a while, and you've toured. Who's the best band you guys could think of that you've toured with, and who's a band that you guys want to get out on the road with?
Oh, I think I will say the last tour was really a blast. We had 2 European tours with 6 Feet Under. And we get to know many cool bands and people. We have the The last, not the last tour, but the tour before that, we had the guys from
Inside?
No, the other guys from Netherlands.
Disquiet.
Disquiet, yeah.
Very good band from Netherlands.
But the last tour we had the Convalescents.
Yes.
From US that we toured with on that same tour.
Also from the US, Psycho Tribe.
Psycho Tribe. We will definitely try to get over the pound and attack the US a bit.
I want that, and whether it's here or going over there, I want to get in your pit and just thrash out.
Yeah. Welcome to the pit.
Yes, my last pit was Legion of the Damned, and man, was it brutal.
Yeah, then you know the guys from Disquiet, because the lead guitar player is the same guitar player in Legion of the Damned.
Yeah. This one was brutal. It was 2019, Vakken, and There's a girl that came about this high to me, and she was running around kidney shotting everybody. And, people think, the tall people are the ones that, no, you got to watch out for the short ones, because they have that great stance. They can hold their own, and they're like, yeah, everyone was worried about her. They were like watching her really carefully and watching out for her. And she was like, got you, dude. It was great. Oh, so who do you guys want to tour with when tours pick back up? Because I know you guys had a show scheduled with Legion of the Damned. Did that get canceled?
Yeah, we have so many plans, but everything has just stopped basically. So we will definitely try to tour Europe again. We are definitely want to tour in the US, of course, but we would. Well, basically, as you said, anyone.
But we had to try to do a tour in Scandinavia, because we always play. We never played in Sweden. We never played in Denmark. We never played in Finland. So it's a lot of places for us to play around here as well. But we have to just the booking.
Yeah, the booking, and try to find anyone that can help us with the booking and management and so on,
and not lose,
because we are so bad at booking and management.
We don't want to lose. We don't want to lose all our money on this. Just lose a little bit.
Just a little bit.
You don't, as we say in America, you don't want to lose your asses.
No. I heard that the corner by 7-Eleven is free, so maybe I can earn some money there. Maybe.
You come over here, we'll pay you in credit. Exposure. Yeah.
It's a coupon.
We want to tour everywhere, and we want to tour with. What would be awesome is to tour with at the gates, for example, but that's very, 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 very far away from us. So basically, it has to be smaller bands for us to go with. Maybe the Haunted.
The Haunted would have been awesome.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, I love the Haunted.
And there's a lot of classic Swedish death metal bands that we want to go with.
Oh yeah,
because they have a huge crowd,
and huge inspirations for us too. So that just will be a win-win situation.
Absolutely, and I actually was a little surprised you guys saying that you've not played in Sweden. That was what?
Yeah, but our singer is from Gothenburg, so he is from Sweden.
Yeah.
So we will try to do some job in Gothenburg.
Yeah, but is a Gefla festival. They are pretty heavy, so I'd be surprised if they haven't been. That's a wow.
Yeah. So sadly, but that's the way it is. We are just trying to do our best, but we are extremely bad at reaching out.
And it's a lot of bands out there.
Oh yeah.
It's much more bands than festivals, and everybody wants to play at the festival.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot more bands than festivals and venues right now, especially. So it's been pretty. I mean, how bad did 2020 kick you guys with having a new EP out and having to cancel tours? Were you able to do any live streams? What was 2020 for you guys?
Like shit.
Yeah, like definitely shit. We had lost, I think, 3 festivals.
Yeah, it was
3
cancelled.
festivals
And
cancelled.
our trip to Netherlands was cancelled.
Yeah.
And everything just stopped.
Yeah.
We couldn't play because we weren't allowed to meet at the rehearsal room. And just everybody sitting at home and waiting to start play again.
Yeah.
And did you feel a really big effect on the release you had last year from that?
Yeah, it stopped, so we couldn't do any commercial or
promotions for
promotion for the EP. Everything just stopped.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's like this for most bands from 2020 that had a release, basically. Some have been lucky and had a couple of gigs here and there, but beside that...
It's a maximum 50 person.
Yeah, 50 person. In
Norway right now, it's 50.
Yeah.
So you guys are lucky because where I am in Seattle, we don't have any shows. We have not had any shows. It's just nothing. Right now, we can't go to restaurants. You can do takeout. You can't go to bars. We just got our gyms reopened, but it's like, I think you can only have like a third of the capacity that you could have in your building. It's
I think that's going to happen here as well.
It started today. Oslo and many other areas around us now have a lockdown. Total lockdown.
So nothing happened.
How's it for you guys in Norway? I mean, here in America, a lot of our areas we're required to wear masks. We've got social distancing. Are you guys doing the masks and distancing?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Doing the mask at the shop, wherever you go, basically on the bus. We are in a small town with a river, so we have small ferries going in here, and we have to use a mask there. Also, basically everywhere, you have to use a mask. Yeah.
Are you guys locked down to where people can come in your country from other areas, or is that?
Yeah.
We've got a kind of a limit on what happens here right now.
Borders are closed.
We cannot go to Sweden, and the Swedish cannot come here.
Yeah.
So everything is closed.
You know, and that's funny you say that because I have friends from Norway and I have friends from Sweden, and my friends from Norway are like, "We love you, but we don't want you here right now," just because the virus. It's not. We shouldn't be laughing about the virus, but it's just the banter between the Swedes and the Norwegians have always been funny to me. No matter if it's open borders, not open borders, because it's just there's always been that weird little well, I'm Norwegian. Thing.
Yeah.
We want to go to Sweden and shop there because the food and the cigarettes and alcohol is much cheaper in Sweden than Norway. Open the borders.
Open the fucking borders.
I saw one of my friends in Norway said, "We've always been looking for a reason to not have the Swedish come. This is perfect." Yeah, I love the banter between all of you guys. You guys are so funny. But it's like us here within Seattle and our borders below it, Oregon, Seattle, or Washington, and Oregon. You know, Seattle and Portland. We're like, Portland, you can stay there. We're good. Oh, so the new music that's coming, is it going to be along the lines of Collector of Souls? Is it kind of going to be like the next follow-up, or is you guys going to switch the music up somehow?
I think it will be pretty much the same. Some small changes here and there, but beside that, I think it will be pretty much the same. Yeah.
You have some, you listen to the new bands and you get some influence here and there. And even if you don't know, you steal a little bit, you know, when you write, "Oh, this is cool, do. Like Gojira, for example, very heavy metal, nice band.
Yeah, well.
And, without you knowing it, you're stealing a little bit, you know. And it's not possible to
avoid it, basically.
No.
We had some comments for the Collector of Souls EP. Some guys from the audience, was it? No, it was a review.
Yeah, the end riff of Total War, I think.
Yeah,
that's a bit Gojira-ish.
Gojira! Yeah, I know.
And it's funny because Tom, as soon as Ole said Gojira, you kind of had a pause. Are you not a fan of Gojira?
Oh yeah, huge fan. Yeah,
they are very, very good band.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I'm not a super huge fan of Gojira. I don't quite get what they do, and one of my friends is like their super fan, and so she's always like, "You need to listen to this song or try this one," and I'm just like, I like them, but it doesn't quite click to me. So yeah,
they have
the heavy tunes, not when they go really fast, but when the heavy riff starts in, it's very, very cool.
Of course, they have some songs that I don't understand myself, but you can skip them. Go for the good parts.
Go for the hit songs.
For the hit songs, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like that shit band. What are they called? Mecalimb? No.
Never listen to them.
Yeah. Who's that? No, I totally love what you guys are doing. I'm like, I remember listening, popping the CD and going, oh my God, this is great. So yeah, totally full force. Like, I love what you guys are doing. So I'm super excited for the new music. Are you guys planning any sort of live stream for the fans, like any live stream shows?
We was already in the planning of it, but then
closed down.
Closed down.
We couldn't do it because it would include too many people in the same room.
So you guys are going into lockdown again now, and so what's your limit going to be now?
5 people.
Wow.
So that's basically the band, and we can't do a live stream.
You kind of need a sound engineer for that.
That's hopeless. So, but as soon as they start to lift the restrictions a bit, I guess we will try at least to come with a live stream, kind of live stream.
But I don't think we're gonna play some new shit. We just play the old stuff.
Yeah.
On the live stream to save the new shit for the album and the video.
Absolutely.
Hopefully, we have a couple of videos for the new album.
Yeah.
And I think that's perfectly a good idea because you didn't get to tour off of Collector of Souls, so it's still kind of like a new thing for everyone that's been listening to it, but they've not seen it live. That's the traditional, how it goes. You release an album, you go on tour, people get to see it live. Did not happen this time, so.
No. So we got to play the 4 songs from Collector of Souls, and we're gonna play maybe 5 or 6 older songs.
Yeah. That's the thing.
How are you going to decide your set list? Are you going to ask your fans to pick the set list for you, or?
Well, the Collector of Souls is coming. All the songs is coming there anyway. But beside that, no clue. We have not decided yet. We have just been planning on how are we going to tape this. How are we going to do everything. It's time consuming, and we are also working on a new album. So it's loads of planning behind the scenes here. So.
But we also got very good reviews from the last album, the 13 album.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of songs from that album as well, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of old ones.
Yeah, absolutely.
10 songs or something.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of the checking out some live streams and how people have been setting things up. And some bands are like, they just come with the full list they want. And others are like, we're going to let the fans decide. And so it's kind of cool to see like the differences bands are doing and seeing like kind of how they get their inspiration.
Yeah. Now we have no clue yet. We will discuss it in the band and see what we are coming up with.
But we also have we know what is working live because we played the songs very many times, and you see the audience on a couple of songs, they like them very much, and other songs is like yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't gonna play the yeah songs.
You always have the guys behind you, with the arms crossed, looking at you. If they're doing like this, it's okay. Yeah. If it's just standing like this, okay, fuck it. I can't play that song.
We're the same in Seattle. Like people are like, we don't know if people like us or not because we're always like this.
Yeah. I know. That's a terrible audience to play. You come up on stage and you're gonna kick ass, and you see the audience standing like this. Okay, this is gonna be a shitty night.
Yeah. Bring out the beer.
Yeah, give them another beer or two. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I know what you say. Like you can tell, like the fans, and it's so funny because I think I might be one of the awkward difference because I get like the obscure tracks that bands do that I kind of tend to be my favorites, and I'm always going, God, I hope they throw that in there. And like for one of my examples, like of the band that brought me into like the European scene was Europe, and way back in '86, but I love their old stuff, like their heavy stuff, like off of Wings of Tomorrow and their self-titled Europe album. But then they go out on tour, and even today when I catch them, and they at the end of every show, there's always the song "Carrie" is in there somewhere, and I'm always someone like, could we not do that song anymore, please? And the girls are like, and I'm like, do you girls realize this song is about him trashing a relationship, and she's not good enough, and basically, fuck you, you're done. And I'm like, but they're like, sing along. I'm like, no, that's not my jam. Go away with that.
But the old Europe stuff is good.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what you guys like. For me, like the Wings of Tomorrow, like Stormwind and songs like that, where they did some that really meaty, chunky bass. Like crazy. Yeah.
Also, the Seven Door Hotel song is very nice.
Yeah.
It's right in my head. Yep. Yeah. Like they've got some really good music. I think that they were very underrated in America. Like people don't get a lot of what they did, and they had the highlight from the Final Countdown forward for a few albums, and people just didn't quite get it. But they're a phenomenal band, and they've opened eyes for people for music everywhere. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So for you guys, who are your heroes? What albums, do you have that are your faves? And
Scabby. You start.
Okay, I'll start. For me, I'm kind of more of an old school heavy metal guy. So I grew up with, it was my first 2 albums I bought was 2 LPs from the Smurfs and Kiss the Elder. That was my first 2 albums, and then it was hooked. So from that, it was Dio, Halloween, and it evolved from Halloween to Metallica to so on, Testament, and so on. And the last years, it just get more growling and more nasty stuff. The Haunted, At the Gates, of course. So basically, but I'm also a prog metal guy, so I love Dream Theater and stuff like that. So I pick up inspirations from basically everything.
That's awesome, and I like that you bring in Halloween because I've been a fan of Halloween since Kiska had hair, man. Like,
yeah.
Like I caught them here. It was in the '80s. They toured with Megadeth. It was the coolest, amazing band.
Yeah. We saw them 2018, 2017.
Yeah,
in Norway with both Kiska and I don't remember the new guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, both of them were singing and they were doing the Pumpkin tour or something.
Pumpkins United. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome.
That was a brilliant tour. I loved every moment.
Yeah,
Norway
so much fun.
Yeah, Norway had a limited edition kind of a tour with them because they played 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Ooh.
Yeah, but Wacken, so I think it was 2 hours and 30 minutes almost at Wacken. So
yeah, they got like an hour-ish slot at Sweden Rock, and then they toured here a few cities in the States, and man, what a tour.
2 of the guys actually was in the boat with a friend of ours.
Got really drunk.
2 of the guys from Halloween in the boat drinking moonshine. Congratulations.
So the last time they were in Seattle, they played one of our like iconic old venues called the Showbox at the Market, and it was so funny because before the show, Mikkel and Sasha were outside hanging out front, and this guy came up. He's like, "Who's playing tonight?" And this other guy followed. "Oh, it's Halloween. They're one of my favorite bands, man." And he's talking to the guys, didn't even realize who was talking to, and so he's talking to Sasha, and Sasha's like, he goes, "Oh, you have an accent." He goes, "Where are you from?" "Oh, I'm from Germany." "Oh, do you know the band?" "Oh, yeah, I might know the guys. I've just come to watch the show." And it was the funniest thing because then later in the night, the show started and the guy's standing next to me and we're standing up by the barrier. And then he realizes who he was talking to and was like, it was the coolest. I mean, it was so funny because Sasha's got a very dry humor. And so he was very dry with him, but he was totally like giving him every little hint that he might be part of the band, every little pun he could put in there. It was the coolest. So what about you? What music brought you, like, for your albums, like, that you just love?
Sorry, what did you say?
The albums for you, the bands that did it for you. Like, what are your favorites?
Oh, I have to say Kiss. When I was 6 years old, I was with my mother in the city to buy a Christmas present. And in the old days, you could listen to the records in the shop with a headset on. And I remember I took out Kiss Unmasked. And the first song on that album is That You?, which is a cover song, but I remember I had it on my ears and oh shit. I want this for Christmas. And she bought it for me, and it was Kiss that started it. Maybe because of the makeup and all that shit. But
my granddaughter, we were watching some videos and Kiss came on and she goes, "She's such a pretty lady," to Gene Simmons. Oh, Gene Simmons. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Love Kiss too, yeah. So what else besides Kiss?
Kiss has always had a special place inside me. but it's basically just get harder and harder and harder.
Yeah.
I start Dio, as he said, and Rainbow.
Mm.
And then I start with Metallica and Slayer and Testament. Then the Swedish death metal band Mecalimb, and the American ones, Morbid Angel, Obituary, stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
that's
like that you have Testament in there because I think Testament is one of the most underrated American thrash metal bands. Like they were there with Slayer and all those times. Like they were the early ons, and people don't see them as well as they see like Slayer. But when they were out on the final tour with Slayer, I'm like, it's Testament. I love Testament. They're amazing, and it's cool to see other people around the world that appreciate bands like Testament.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But it's also the Testament for me is the old records, because now when you get older and the internet and every streaming came, and you don't listen to album the same way as you did before.
No.
Before you listen to the all of the songs and you find a favorite, maybe it was number 3 on the B side or something, but now you just listen to the videos and stuff, so you just listen to 2 or 3 songs from the new records.
Yeah.
So I don't have that relationship to the new stuff.
See, and because I review a lot of albums, I'm listening to the whole album, so I'm always kind of curious, like, to hear what they do, because I'm wondering if a band thought about the layout of the track listing. Like, you know, did it tell a story? What's it doing? What's the progression? And people that don't listen to full albums miss the whole entire story. So it's kind
I know that, but I also do that. You don't have time to listen to all the new music that comes out. Then you just sit home and listen to music, and you don't have time to write music.
Yeah. Well, actually, I do.
Well, if you're writing music too, because you don't want to listen to a ton of new music while you're writing, because it might change what you do. So.
Yeah, absolutely. But at work, I'm welding. I have my headset on. I listen to music when I'm welding. So I always use like Spotify and discover new artists. Okay, I use the skip button very often because it's, sorry to say everybody, but keep up the great work, because you're going to put us in the great light after this. It's so many shitty albums out there. My God, have you listened to everything? My God,
I was talking to another artist, and we were talking about Spotify, and I said the same thing. I said, for their artificial intelligence doesn't really get me right, because do they even pay attention to what I'm listening to? Because I get a lot of stuff that I would never want to listen to.
Yeah. And I think it's become too easy to release music, sadly, because I heard songs that they almost sound half done, really. So
they were writing, and that they kind of had to keep messing with and nudging with when they should have put them in the garbage can, and
something like that. I tried to be polite, but okay.
Well, a lot of the songs, like when you say that, that's what I think, because to me it sounds like they just kept trying to work on a concept, but maybe they didn't feel it either, and they just put it out to have it out to stay relevant. I don't.
Yeah. I think actually that's a bit sad, because it can ruin the whole band, really. Because people will think about that song and it's shitty. No, sorry, I won't come to your to your gig or whatever.
Yeah.
So step it up.
So for you, when you guys are writing, if you have a song that you're working on, you just don't quite get the feel in it, do you keep working and caressing it, or do you just chuck it and just start on something else?
Both. Yeah, both. Some songs will be just trash it, forget it, and some songs, okay, maybe some stuff in the song works, some stuff doesn't work. Maybe me and Ole will try to write some new riffs in it to make it work, because maybe we have a great verse in it or something. You never know. I write my songs, drop it on the Dropbox, give it to the guys, listen to this shit. Does it work? Does it not work? They give their comments. Okay, maybe I should just change some stuff here and there. We will just keep it from there, and then we will try it in the rehearsal room to try if it really works. If it doesn't work there, then we just trash it.
You can keep some of the riffs, maybe. Yeah. Try to use that. The cool stuff, or something.
Absolutely.
But it's very important that you don't when you write. When I write at home, if there's something I get stuck or something, I just move on, try something else.
Yeah.
I never sit and try to make it work.
No.
Yeah, and I think that's a good idea because it can really just kind of jam up the creativity.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when you look back over your catalog, is there a song or two on any of the stuff that you've released that you look back and go, I kind of wish we wouldn't have released that song?
Yeah. Let me see here. Ta-da!
I think it's that one.
And it's named. We haven't played it live. We played it live once.
Yeah, we play all the songs once.
Jokers and Liars.
The
Oh,
ninth
the 13th
track,
album.
Jokers and Liars. Okay.
Oh, it's so fucking crappy. I'm the writer behind that one, so blame me.
I mean, I didn't mean to call you guys out or anything. I was just curious, but yeah.
Oh, it's so crappy. If you will have some fun and just laugh, play it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we call it fill. It's just to fill up an album. Yeah.
So just filler. Yeah. Sometimes you don't need a filler. Yeah. And I think people can kind of tell, or people will chime in, like, because people are brutally honest, especially with social media and the keyboard warriors. They don't have any problem coming to your page and telling you what sucked.
Yeah.
Have you guys had any of that? Like, you got any memorable, any things like the social media, or somebody maybe have come to a show or something and just said, "Dude, this is shit."
We got from Oslo. We played in Oslo at a place called Parkteatret.
Yeah, Metropolis. Yeah.
And an asshole that was reviewing. He is an asshole, so he is banned from. He cannot review concerts anymore. He said our drummer was like shit.
Yeah.
And he's the best musician in the band.
Yeah.
So he don't know what he's talking about.
That, or you guys don't really know how you play it.
Without any...
He said, what was his great guitar sound? I have never been so fucked up and angry over my guitar sound ever. And they told me we have great guitar sound. Oh my God, that dude. Yeah, he's banned all over Oslo. Yeah.
It makes me wonder which publication, because I know there are some pretty tasty metal publications out of Norway.
Yeah, no. He's not from any of the big ones.
So he was a blogger, maybe, or
he's just shithead.
You know, there are times I've had to write a couple of pretty shitty reviews from shows. I got assaulted by a singer from a Swedish band here in Seattle at one show while I was working. So of course I had to write something about that, like, hey, you don't fucking do that shit. That's bullshit. And, and I said, and I know damn well in Sweden, you would never have been able to get away with that shit. Like, and then I've had other like albums that have come out that I just didn't like. And I've tried listening through other albums they've done before. And every time I get them, I listen, and at some point I've had enough, and I'm just like, okay, I've listened to 4 of your albums and not one of them makes sense to me. They don't sound good. This doesn't work. And I've had some severe backlash, like from people have come and just like thrown the shit out there on my pages and stuff. And I'm like, I'm one person's opinion, but if I'm telling you, it's not like I just listened to your album and I wanted to just shred you. I've listened to all 4 of your albums, every release you've had out. And it's the same issue every album that I didn't like. And it's repeated every single album. So I get that, and there are people who don't want me to ever write about them again, and I'm okay because then I don't have to listen to that album or that.
Yeah, right.
But I don't do it from a place of malice, like an asshole. I'm always like really constructive, but people are really close to their music, and sometimes it's hard to step away and understand that people are giving you constructive feedback is really, this did not work, but they're just so close to it. It hurts. So
yeah. I understand that, but I don't think we have had any bad reviews when it comes to the live performance we had in the European tours. It seems like most people have been extremely happy about it.
We think like that when you pay a lot of money to go to a show. It's our job to give them the best we can do.
Yeah.
If they like the music or not, that's nothing we can do about, but we have to do our performance as good as we can.
Yeah.
So we don't drink as much before we play. We drink when we finish playing.
That's the way it should be. I mean, like one beer to loosen you up, but like when you get on the stage and you're so sloppy drunk you can't remember your lyrics, you're stumbling across the stage and you're looking around the audience and calling everybody sweetie and babe. No, please stop.
That's not good.
I have a routine there. I always have one beer with me on the stage and one bottle of water, always. So, and most of the times it's that much left on the beer bottle, but the water is empty.
Yeah, well, you're up there thrashing out. You've got to read.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you're gonna pass out because you're under the lights and shit, and it's so hot. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it's always about performing and give a good show.
Yeah, always.
And the audience is always the most important part of the show.
Always, yeah.
Have you guys got a story about like the worst show you've ever had to do? Like maybe it was a bad performance or something really bad happening during the show?
Yeah, we had one. we were told we didn't have to get any of our own gear or amps or something because they had the amps on the stage. And the amps, we play pretty hard music, so we need a lot of distortion and stuff like that. And we came and 2 old shitty Marshalls were standing on the stage. And I hit the strings. Burp, burp. Okay, is this distortion or is it clean? What is it? I put the distortion on. Nothing happened. And we had to play 30 minutes without distorted guitars.
Oh, that's rough for you guys. That's horrible.
Sounds like shit.
I remember especially one time, the first European tour we had, he was playing in Belgium or something. I can't remember, but we was playing in this, what should I call it? Coffee shop type of place.
Yeah. No stage.
No stage at all. It just played on the floor on the front of the bar, and we was there, and it smelled weed all over. It was, what the fuck is this place? But the audience was so fucking awesome. So I can't diss them because of that, but it was great. But the smell when it came there, because they was selling weed over the bar and stuff, and okay, yeah, this is going to be cool. Oh, those high people all over. No, but it was a great fun, but it was a very, very weird place, really. Yeah.
Well, you know, weed is legal here in the state of Washington, where I'm at in Seattle, and shows you're not supposed to smoke it inside in the venues. We've got laws we have, but man, as soon as the lights go out, you can tell the difference between if somebody's got a cigarette or if they've got weed smoke, and the venue's just like, whoa, you don't even have to smoke it, you get the great contact high. It's like, yeah. So, I mean, and I think artists have been known for here, they pass the weed from the stage to the audience and back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we had also, I think it was the first tour with 6 Feet. We played in Germany somewhere, in this old, freezing cold type of hangar stuff, weird building. It was so fucking cold there, and when you played on your guitar amp, you heard the sound bounce back from the wall and back to you. So you got this echo effect on the played. It was terrible. And the audience was standing in far away from the stage because it was better sound. So we were so, is it the audience here? Oh yeah, there they are.
That's awesome.
The shower after the show. It was how do you say it? An old building with no heat. It was cold as hell inside, and the shower only cold water.
Yeah, in the winter. Yeah.
So you stood like this in the shower. Okay, I'm done. Put it on, and you go backstage, and it was around 0 degrees backstage.
Yeah.
It was just as cold everywhere. We had to be there for total 10 hours or so, I think.
Oh my God.
Freezing like hell. Yeah.
I remember picking up my guitar and was, oh my God, the strings are so fucking freezing.
That has to affect your playing too, because I mean, your hands have got to be cold.
Yeah. Steve, we actually got the drummer to calm everything down a bit because we hadn't chance to play as fast as we normally do. No chance at all. So step it down. Okay.
that's. I mean, I can even imagine like your strings are frozen, your fingers are frozen, like you're playing, and you're probably bleeding and don't even realize it. Like, hey, you know.
Yeah, I've been slower. We've been a doom metal band, I think.
Please don't become Mecalimb.
Oh, never.
No doom.
Oh, so with the new album that's coming, are you guys still working with Wormholedeath, or you're still the same label?
Yeah, definitely. They have been great. They have been helping us shitloads, and of course they are eager to listen to the new stuff. But they have been really good helping us out, coming with ideas for us and so on. I got so many emails from them. So yeah, definitely thing happening, and we are trying to get our finger out to contact you guys in the management group over at Sweden to see what we can do.
I know some people.
I know you know some people.
Yeah, you guys know me. I do a few other things, and all year last year was weird for me, like because I'm, I've said it in other interviews too. I do PR, I do management work, I do photography, I'm a videographer, and interviews and write, and different writing houses that I write for. And last year for me was really busy, but I hit that block where 2020 was so horrific for no live music that I didn't feel like interviewing. I didn't feel like writing. And so it was a very slow year for me. I really slowed down, but I was really busy with PR and management and stuff. There was a lot of things going on that we had albums we were working on that got delayed. We've got new things working on that had to happen, and label negotiations. And so it was a really busy year, but not so busy. So it was kind of a very strange year. Like NAMM just happened this weekend. It was been a week of watching things virtually for NAMM to do the coverage that I would normally do in person. And
it's been weird. I've been looking at the Tom's YouTube channel, watching new gear from there. Oh, it's so weird.
Yeah, and usually I'm there and I've got my hands on the gear and I'm testing things out and I'm able to talk about what people are putting out, and it's so different this year. And it's like, okay, so are you guys going to send us some samples or things that we can mess with it, like get our hands on things, or how is this going to work? It's a very different, weird year. So it's definitely and then after like the last of the NAMM stuff yesterday, it was the She Rocks Awards last night. So watching that virtually, and I'm usually there and I usually shoot the show. And last year I worked for She Rocks and was doing the show, and very different, but it was great that they still were able to find a way to do it. But I think yesterday for me, like, I love the She Rocks, one of the best organizations out there. They really work hard to work on recognizing female artists, which is a lot of the award shows just skip over female artists. And I think though, for me, my best show, I got to watch the Wigwam live. Yeah,
I told
and
him.
I'm a huge Wigwam fan, and I'm like, I was like, that was the best for me because I've loved them for years and I've never had a chance to see them live anywhere. And they don't come to the States. I mean, I know they would love to, but they don't. And so that was a really cool event to watch. And then watching them actually announced they've got a show at the Oslo Spectrum on February 28th. And I thought, well, that's kind of cool. Somebody's going to get a live show somewhere. So
cool guys, fun guys. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the album this time was like one of the harder albums they've done. It was pretty cool. Like the hiatus of 8 years because of the band dynamics didn't work for them for a while, and to come back that hard, I love that it can be done. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Then do you guys have any of those band dynamics where you don't get along, or some of you guys don't get along very well, or any of that going on with you guys?
In the band? In the band?
Yeah, in the band.
No. I think it goes smoothly.
Yeah.
As long as we keep distance from each other. No, it's no problem now.
You mean you don't share homes? No.
We have loads of oral sex, as I call it. Fuck you too.
After the touring, we don't see each other for
a week or two weeks.
No.
You need your space away from each other. That's hard.
Yeah, you do. We've been living closely on the bus for ages, so yeah.
Yeah, and tours. People think that they're so great and stuff, but tours are smelly, buses are cramped, and you don't get any privacy, and good luck taking a shit if you're on a bus.
Yeah, that's not ever going to happen.
Don't do it. Don't shitting on the bus. No shitting on the bus. Yeah.
When we step at the gas station, there's a huge line of old people that have to take a shit.
Yeah,
yeah, because once you get that smell in there, it's never coming out. That just no. Awesome.
But we keep a rule that in the bunks or the top of the bus, there is no party going on. When you go on the top, you go sleep. You can have your peace.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's party on the bottom bunks?
Yeah, party down. Party down, the first floor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome tour life. Oh my
yeah,
God.
Or not.
It's very fun, but it's also very tiring.
Yeah, indeed.
Awesome. So fans, you guys keep an eye out. The guys are going to have some new music coming in maybe the end of the year, early next year. It'll definitely be Wormholedeath Records. We will keep you apprised. Is there anything we didn't touch on that you guys want to let your fans know, or let people that haven't met you, that are maybe watching this for the first time, to find out who you guys are, about you guys?
Well, I think go to our Facebook page, check us out there. We have an Instagram account too. We are not, as I said in the interview here, we are not the best guys to put out stuff, but check us out anyway. We do from time to time put up some stuff and some hints of new music coming and some videos, but
check out everything on Spotify and some
streaming medium,
and
iTunes, whatever.
We have 3 full-length album and 2 EPs
and 1 single.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of songs you can listen to if you like this.
And we have a YouTube channel. You can find us there. Some stuff there. But we have extreme limitation because everybody is working in different places in the area. And
there are also family life.
And so it's basically it has been me and a couple of guys in the band trying to put out the new stuff into the media, with some help from Wormhole, of course. So yeah, we definitely need someone to take our ears and follow here. Do this, help us.
Yeah, so you guys are watching this, go find Mecalimb. It's Mecalimb with a C, Mecalimb. Go listen to the music on Spotify, stream it. Make sure you guys hit the heart button on there to follow them, because it helps the algorithms. Put them in your playlist. If there's a song you find aside from Jokers and Liars that you don't like, hit their Facebook page or their Instagram and tell them. Start a conversation.
Tell us what you don't like and tell us what you like.
Yeah.
Yes, and then you guys can start a great conversation off that.
And if anybody like Jokers and Liars,
we will play it.
We will play it, but keep off that meth.
We play everything that people want because we are horse.
We are horse.
Absolutely. And then as things open back up in Norway, guys, keep an eye on their socials for a live stream event that they are going to try to work out for you guys. You know, Tom and Ole, thank you guys so much for your time. This was a great time, and I really hope people connect with your music, because I know Collector of Souls was great, and I loved it, and I dug back further into your catalog. I think you guys have some really great music, and it's going to connect with the metalheads everywhere, so people have got to go hunt you guys down.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you guys so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.